need.
Ancient temples replenish me. We're living in a pagan century, in the age of propensities for knaves and enemies of sages, slaves and enmity for devas. Days are blending in like flavors. The ending of this age isn't meant to be for ages. I turn pages and gaze while made men slay men, engrave them. I engrave hymns to save them. Pray for stray kin to wake up and savor the sayings of the Savior. I'll make up prayers for the gazers of constellations with concentration like a laser beam. Paint amazing scenes on the canvas at random. My answers are mansions in this waking dream of cancerous banthas from faking demons with snake allegiances to the basest of leaders. Racist elitists debasing the legions of faceless masses. I'm a basic catalyst as I face and battle this. My hatred for the classist system is a glass of wisdom, like drafts of winter glass splinters to their daftly ventures and ghastly mentions. I cast their intentions like leopard scales in the depths of hell, so they get to dwell with their kindred in suspension as they're left to wail in their...
Peace. Shalom. Shalom alaikum. I just wanted to make a quick video about a concentration technique, because concentration is a necessity to manifest in physical reality. And a key technique to do this, because first we have to understand about concentration. If you want to, concentration means extending your attention out on something for a long period of time. And most people, it's easy to do on something you like. For instance, a television show. People sit up like zombies watching the TV show for hours. But one thing that our attention does is, when we put our attention on something uninteresting, usually the first thought that comes into our mental plane, it carries our attention with it, and then we focus on it. For example, if you're sitting here trying to think of, just think of nothing, okay, just meditating on nothing, the first thing that pops in your mind is, like, might be what you did today at the grocery store. Man, I should have got this, that, and the third, and your mind gets carried away with it. So one of the top techniques, and this is, I'm only going to share this elementary. This is the first technique you should do. You should want to start all the way at the hardest, okay? And when you concentrate, the main point of holding concentration is finding interesting things within it, whatever you're concentrating on. And I'm going to give you an example of an elementary training or technique to improve your concentration. Now, what you want to do is get a watch with the second hand, or a clock. Usually people have a clock on the wall with the second hand ticking. What you want to do is focus your attention on the end of the second hand. The second hand that's going like this. Focus on the tip. Nothing else, not the numbers that's passing. Most people, if you're just trying this technique, you won't be able to go even a full minute without your mind. Once you're just focused on that, without your mind thinking about something else throughout the day, something that popped in your mind. And once your mind gets carried away, stop the practice. Pick it back up, okay? Don't focus on the second hand clock and then think in your mind, dang, I want a Big Mac today, and still be looking at it. You're not concentrating if you're looking at it and your mind is not focused on it. So what you want to do, once your concentration breaks, when a thought pops into your mind, start over. Jot down the time, even 45 seconds the first time, and then try to double that, okay? And a good concentration, a good mentalizer, or mentalist, should I say, who can hold his concentration can do 5 minutes pretty easily. You want to try to max out to 10. Okay, so this practice is going to take some time, but this is an elementary practice to get your will to hold focus on something, because this builds control of the physical manifestation. This builds your will, and you focusing your will on something builds up mental control over the recesses of your body and mental plane. Okay, because you have a physical, emotional, and mental plane that must be mastered. So concentration is the key to mastering those. So again, get you a clock that's on any wall or a second-hand clock. Once it hits 12, just start focusing on the end. Now again, like I said, in order to concentrate on something that is uninteresting, because that's how you're going to build your concentration, focusing on uninteresting things, because anybody can focus on an interesting thing, but only those who have mastered their thoughts and their will and their concentration and the faculties of their mind can focus on an uninteresting thing for a long time without their mind being swayed by other uh, mental entities coming in. So again, what you want to do is um, find something interesting in it. Okay, do not veer off to a number that is going down or think about how many seconds it's been. Set a timer beside you right when you start, hit go, focus. And what I usually did is I would see an aura at the end, and I would just see movement at the tip of it. And I'm thinking, is that I'm focused looking at it. It looks like a sharp edge. This, that, and the third. You have to stay focused on the thing and find interesting things without it as it's going around the clock. And the longer you can focus on it, and the more repetition you do, the stronger you will be at controlling your will and focusing your mind on where you want to and not letting outside influences, because thoughts are also outside of you. Outside influences control you, you begin to control it. So with that, I want to say peace.